Hi everybody, this is you, the one and only Mr. Dennis Diaz, COO of Desi Camping Adventures, and today we are going to be replacing the LED light. So this one came in, let me see if I get it out of the package, with these older ones. Now in the front, these are called clearance lights, and in the front, on the top of the RV, they actually went out. So today we're gonna be replacing them, and it's actually a pretty easy fix, so stay tuned because we're gonna do it. Some of the tools, before I even start doing this, we're gonna need the new. Now I like to go bright. You don't have to go bright, but I like it nice and chrome and shiny, the whole 9 yards. You're gonna need a caulking gun. Now the cylinder, I'm not getting paid by that, but this is the one that I actually use. Is clear, crystal clear, because you don't want to put white, because if you put white it will show. So once we put the new updated light, we're gonna seal the surrounding so no water can actually get in. Also, another thing that I highly recommend is one of these guns. It's a heat gun, just like you use for car wraps and all that good stuff. And then instead of soldering the lights, now don't forget, black is ground, yellow is the positive. It could be yellow, it could be red. Now the reason that I like this heat gun, because instead of soldering, I'm gonna be using these pieces. So what it does is, when you put the wires, they'll connect, and it has the solder in the middle, so when you heat it up, it'll shrink wrap the thing, making really nice tight connections. Because the last thing that you want is for it to come loose while driving. And by DOT regulation, every light that gets messed up is a $250 fine, and there's no limit on the fine. So if you got 4 or 5 lights that go bad, you can do the math. It's gonna be hefty. So this is one of the ways to prevent that from happening. The other thing is a pair of wire cutters. We're gonna need them to go ahead and cut the wire and make sure that everything's good to go. So I'll see you guys very soon, and let's go ahead and do this update.
Live.
And one of the things that you guys gonna need is the handy dandy screwdriver, especially if you got both settings. That's even easier and better because you can work it out of one. The number one thing that we're gonna do, the yellow thing, we're gonna pop it out just like that. This one was a little bit loose, and always save your parts, especially the still working, because that way, in case of emergency, you are in the road, you got spare parts. Now when you guys tighten it, if you guys look, this thing also has a gasket. You don't want to put a stupid bin diesel tight, because what happens is it'll crack the housing, and that's not good. You get water through there, and eventually your light bulb is gonna go out. So there's 2 screws. When you guys pop it, you got the light bulb right over here, and right on the sides there's 2 screws. What we're gonna do is we're gonna take the screws out, just like this.
Right here.
Yeah, boy, I'll put it right here, baby table. Looking nice and easy for you.
Oh, just hand them to me. Make it easier.
Mommy, Goofy, help!
There
I
you
will
go.
help. I will help you. Thank you, because I'm big.
And there we go. We got 1 screw out. It's been a while, but that rust in the screw tells you that actually water has been penetrating in there. That's why, number 1, don't put it too tight where you're gonna crack it, but also make sure that you guys use silicone or a sealer, a clear sealer, to be able to seal it completely so water cannot get through there. As we know, RVs are really expensive, and so is maintenance. So all these little things, going the extra mile to do it right, will actually save you time, will save you money, and headaches while in the road. See, so now we took the 2 screws out. All we're gonna do is pop this thing out, just like this. And see this old gasket? Look at this, guys. Like, what is this? I'm telling you, loady. Now over here, I'm looking for the positive and the negative, in which I do not see it. Sometime in the cable, it will tell you which one is the positive flag one. This one that has no readings on it is, oh, it does got some reading. But I'm not too sure which one is positive, which one is negative. My boy Tank over here is actually taking a look at it, see if we
So
can
this
actually
is
figure it out.
positive.
Huh?
This is positive right here. This is negative.
All right.
Positives on the right, negatives on the left.
And how do you learn that?
Well, usually with any wiring,
So
you're
this will be
so
like this.
right. But if it's like this, and if you're looking at it from this angle, this is the positive line right here, the one that has the most writing. This is the negative ground right here. You could tell because this goes into a housing where this is not as far in.
So there you go. We all learned something good. That's my boy Tank, by the way, everybody. Really good guy. So what we're gonna do is
Crimp them.
we're gonna cut, and we're gonna cut, and don't forget, save them for emergencies. So I got a juice box here, and it's still in the bottom, so I'm just putting the old ones there.
So if you want to revamp this screw, strongly recommend penetrating oil. What we got over here?
I'm done.
Got that grease.
Mama. No? Nope. Nope.
You're gonna add that oil back into your metal. You see, we got the specialist. We got that specialist WD-40 with white lithium grease. Okay. Especially when it comes to this bolt right here, you see that rust on there? That rust is no good. So what this does, we're gonna blast it and get that rust right off of there.
I'm not done yet. It's okay. But see, you won't play with it. Oh, you won't play with it.
But
Done.
white lithium grease right in there.
I am not done. I'm done. Done? Yep. Stop saying you're done. Okay, it's okay.
You can see the difference in the bolt now. See how we're getting all that grease blasted right off of there? I mean all that rust. This is gonna revamp that metal. It's gonna penetrate through. It's gonna make it so much easier to screw in. It's so much easier to take out next time.
Penetrating oil, ladies and gentlemen, it does wonders. And there you go, guys. So now what we're gonna do is give it a little twisty to keep all the wires nice and straight. And we're gonna grab one of these bad boys. So if you guys look in the middle, it got solder in it, and then it's plastic. So when you put the heat gun, the solder is gonna solder the connection, and the shrink wrap is gonna make it nice and tight, so it doesn't go anywhere. I find it a lot better than just simply using the soldering iron and doing this, doing that.
Look at the difference in that bolt. Look at that difference.
Boom. And we'll put it just like this for now, because what we're doing is we are preparing the connections. So we put it there, and we put it there. Look at that. Always go the extra mile, ladies and gentlemen. Oh yeah. This one actually brought in some new ones too.
Perfect. We can hold it for later.
Yeah, just in case we need them. Now, I just assembled this housing group that came with it. So I prepared that, and then you got the wires, and see, you guys might not see it, but you got two little holes, so you align the gasket and the wire.
Before you do that, you see these wires right here where they come prefab? See these right here? See how short they are? You're gonna want to use the stripper part of this tool here for your electrical wires, and you're gonna strip out roughly around about 1 centimeter of that plastic housing, so that way you can get a good twist on the end of these right here.
Absolutely. And all you gotta do is, it has different gauges, so you find the one that it fits, as simple as that. And you don't need to apply a whole bunch of pressure. You don't want to cut the wire inside. You're just stripping the cable.
Plastic.
That's all it is, the plastic. So there it goes.
You know that's another thing? Different. And you're not putting different people.
There you go.
And boom.
You're putting different people here.
Now you do the same. Remember, black is ground. You do the same with the yellow. That's gonna be your positive. Sometimes it's red, just for reference. But usually the ground, the negative port, is gonna be black. There you go. We're stripping.
The other thing to know too is that each one of these little divots are for each size of your wire that you're going to use. So on this wire, you want to do the middle wire, the middle hole.
There we go, guys.
Perfect.
Looking beautiful.
And the other important thing is, when you put your wrap on, you want to make sure that solder is actually on the twist of the wire. That is important. If
Absolutely.
you don't put that on the twist of the wire, then what do you have? You just have a wrap with a bad ground.
All right, my boy. So this one was the positive?
That's positive, yep. That's why I separated it for you. Make it easier.
You always got my back.
You know it.
This is twisty.
But then the baby is crying. I don't want you, baby.
Now we'll put it right in the middle. And now we do the negative. And besides, once you got the plastic in there, so positive and negative don't touch, always test it out. Test the light, make sure it's working. You don't want to go through the whole process and be like, oh wait, I got a defective part, or maybe you did it wrong. So it's a lot better to measure twice and cut once than just try to guess and then have to do it all over again because there was a mistake. This is the part that you can actually fix your mistakes if there was any, because you know, ain't nobody perfect, man.
Hold it up. Instead of wrapping it, hold it up.
What do you mean, bro?
Just because this is the ground wire, there's no electrical current. So if you wanted to go through the housing easier, just go like this. So you see how you got it? Just fold it up like that. But now this can go through really easy. Fold it up. Instead of wrapping it around, you get a better connection as well.
Beautiful thing. And now I'm gonna turn the marker lights.
Give it a
Make
test.
sure.
No.
Baby. You want drink?
Nothing?
Nothing.
Or medicine.
Nothing?
Nothing.
Alright, so let's do the.
Baby's eating medicine.
That one's been on.
Sweet.
None of these lights.
Yeah, but you sweet.
Alright, so let's put it the opposite way. See, that's the problem.
Turn the RV actually on.
Good job, you ate all the medicine.
Nothing.
That's not
You had to turn the RV on.
No, because the other lights were working, the other marker lights. So let's just switch it up.
apple.
Well, that's the other thing too. Is like you would think. Another thing is, I forgot to tell you that black doesn't always mean ground wire.
Good job. Take your home.
So like on like certain electrical stuff, black. Like on smaller wires, I forget the whole electronic code to it, but sometimes it's actually a live wire, and the yellow will be ground.
For the most part, black is ground.
Yeah, 90%.
However, just like Tank said, make sure that you read the which one is positive, which one is ground. Especially if you buy the stuff from China, make sure that you read which one is which as well.
Yeah, they usually have things backwards. Yeah, this right here. This is your live wire. You want to see how I got a little bit of spacing here?
Mm-hmm.
If you have it all the way close to your wiring, that's not a good thing. So you want to like leave a little bit of space. Ground wire really doesn't matter.
You ate all your healthy. Now you can eat sweet.
Kidding me? What did I just do here? Did I just put it back the same way? Go ahead, try the
Alright, give me a towel. Are we on?
no. Let me switch it back. Go ahead, turn it off.
Now, baby, let's go play.
They should.
Baby, go play. Now we have to show him play. No, just go play.
They got power?
Yeah.
Alright, turn it off. Let me switch the wires again. check the fuses.
They're going to eat healthy food too.
Give me some spark.
Oh, you want Teddy?
Good.
Okay.
We got power.
So we just had a back connection.
Mhm.
Alright. We got power.
Black is live, by the way.
Is it?
Yep.
Great.
Told you, smaller wires usually black will be live, especially on this kind. So we know. China, black means live. Means death. That's one thing that I did learn. A little bit of. So black doesn't always mean ground. Smaller appliances. Like you're doing house electrical stuff in your house. Yeah, it makes sense that black would be your ground, but it also depends on the wattage. There's a lot more to electrical than just that. So like if you're running like a 220, which is like most of your washers and dryers and stuff like that run a 220. If you're running a 220, black is not ground. That's usually your live wire. And red would actually be your ground, which is really weird, or yellow. So make sure that you do everything right. That seems about right. You don't want to go too much because then you'll just burn it, burn a hole through it. Just enough to crimp and call it a day. We have power. Connection is key. Knowing your shit helps.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, my fellow adventurers, you want to check the connection, let it cool down a bit. See how shrink wrap? It will shrink wrap around the cable, and the solder will come out, making that a really nice tight connection. All we're doing now is just waiting a couple seconds, giving it a friendly tug.
Let's grab some baby wipes and clean our surface area so we can get a good stick.
Oh yeah, there we go. And now, just like Tank said, now on this, I do not recommend using a metal blade, because you can actually scratch the living crap out of your RV, and that wouldn't be cool, right? So a plastic blade, just like we use in body shop, works wonders. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna grab some windows. Hold on, my boy, it's right here.
Yep. It's out of the way. I'm good. Watch that beer belly.
Get in my belly. Boom, got it, my boy. And all we're gonna do is Windex, and clean it up. So when we do that seal and all that good stuff, it seals correctly. And you don't want to have the area dirty, because then it's not gonna connect the way you want it. See that old silicone, old sealant, you want to get rid of that. And see, if I was using a plastic braid, by now it will have been
Disastrous.
Oh yeah. Nobody's perfect, guys, but we gotta do our best to protect our RVs. Like you see the old timers, they got RVs from the 70s and they look like new. This is how we do it. But some of us, we are renting it out in RV shares, stuff like that. we want to make sure that our RV lasts and it's looking nice and beautiful. So going the extra mile and making it a standard to make sure everything is right goes a long way. See, that's part of the old gasket there. We don't need that. See?
See?
Good thing that you reminded me, huh?
So this is sort of like a metal pry tool. This works fine too. Just be careful when you do it, because you don't want to go over your RV.
Yeah, this one is plastic, so and you still want to be careful because you don't want to scratch your RV. I think it's 100% right. You clean it, clean it, clean. Make sure it's nice and pretty. And for you guys that got cars and want to take that dealership sticker off, this is how you do it. Windex, get a plastic wrench, and that's how we do it at the shop. Just a little extra. Yeah, we'll put a tiny bit more Windex there.
I need to.
Come on in, my boy. Little extra, guys. A little extra.
Got it.
This one's good. This is the can get it for now. But you see, guys, there's nothing to it but to do it. Can't be afraid to messing things up. Of course, if you're not really confident, it's not something as simple as this, by all means take it to the shop. But we all know, especially as RV owners, what's going to happen. Oh yeah, you're replacing the lights, that will be about $1,000. Oh, you need. You think I'm playing?
That's on the light scale.
So
I'll charge you freaking $2,500 just to look at it.
so you guys want to make sure that everything's good. For this, I will use paper towels, but I don't see them available right now, so I'm just doing it the regular way because it works. There we go. You see that?
Nice
And
and shiny.
beautiful
Got
connection.
that gasket off of there. It's important. You want to get all them little glue fibers off. Clean your canvas, guys. Very important.
Absolutely.
Clean canvas makes better stick.
Now
Now
we're
we
putting
can
it
take-
in. And notice that we're not forcing it in, like get in there. We're going slow. We're being patient.
You don't want that connection to.
So
dude.
imagine losing the wires inside the RV.
Yep. You don't want none of that, man. So you want to be. Just be gentle, guys who are like roughnecks like me. Find somebody more with a softer touch to do the job.
I got the magic stick. One thing that I did notice is that these ones are smaller. It's smaller, more powerful. So let's see if we can go a bit to the side. There you go.
Different shape too. I'll get one end, you get the other end. Teamwork makes the dream work, guys.
Absolutely. If you're lucky,
you want to take that plastic piece, that
Oh, fuck.
you want to take this sticky sealant off,
Yeah, go ahead, my boy. I almost forgot.
because this piece right here comes off so we can get a good stick.
Get a good stick.
And then if you're crazy like us, what you do is you just rip it, and then now it should be able to come off no problem. Boom. And then this right here gets tucked in, and line up the holes with the gasket first. Instead of doing it that way, Dennis, line up the holes with the gasket. It makes it easier.
I got a halfway. You got the other screw?
No, but take this screw out. Take this screw out. I'll show you why we're doing it this way instead of doing it all at once. Because then we can line the holes up. See how this is a smaller piece. You want to line your holes up. See what I'm saying? Beautiful. And we can put this through now and get it through.
You see that? That's what happens when you got really big hands. Can't get nothing in there.
No, I'm having a hard time with it. Not gonna lie to you.
And by the way, today we are recording live from the Desi Camping Innovations campsite. You guys hear the kids in the background and so on. The season is officially open. Let's go camping. You guys can go to DesiCampingInnovations.com, and there you're gonna be able not only find the podcast, the Roku channel, and all the good stuff that we are doing, but also you guys can actually rent your RV and the campsite as well, whatever you need. We are here to serve you. We want you guys to have a great time with your families. It's time to make some great adventurers. Let's do this.
Yeah, I'm gonna let you do this part because this part's shabby.
I would have done it already with my eyes closed, I reckon.
Yeah, small fingers. How much working space over here? There we go. Got it. Okay, hole one. Yeah, let's just do the screws. Fuck it. You see a screw?
Yeah. So I done it my way, would have been done already.
It's not about it doing it that way. It's where this hole is connected through. It's not very. See where that is compared to that, and even if you flip it to the other side like this, it's the same concept. It's a little off center, so it's not so much the hole, it's the whole thing that's giving us a problem here. But we got that through, so let's get this over here. Screwdriver. Sir.
I'm just gonna put the door like this so you can open the door, okay, baby? Daddy loves you.
Got that other screw.
How did the new screw work out, bro?
To be honest with you, I don't know yet.
Here's the screw.
Seems to be doing all right.
All right.
Like I said, the only issue that we're having is that wire. So we're not, well, we got a seal actually. We got a seal in there. So, get that through.
You want some water? Actually, here, you want some juice, baby? Look at that. What a beauty.
I don't know if these screws are fat enough, to be honest with you. It's not really catching.
We can go back to the old screws if need be. Yeah, that's good. You don't want it too tight and break the freaking housing thing. Boom. And then this one goes right over the top.
So check the connection.
There you go. Like a glove. And then from this part, ladies and gentlemen, this is the part that we do the caulking. But we're gonna wait to do the caulking until all of them are done, so that way we can just caulk. So give us a minute, let's check out.
Like he said, caulk.
Oh brother, here we go.
3 of them, ladies and gentlemen, 3 of them. We're good. Mintier than a Christmas teddy.
This will work.
Yeah, mintier than a Christmas teddy.
Alright guys, so now you learn how you guys do it. And there is a gap right in between, but we're gonna cover that gap by actually sealing it with this sealant right here. AMP hybrid technology, silicone, is crystal clear, and we're gonna seal it nice and tight, and it's gonna look beautiful by the time we're done, and no water is gonna be able to get there when it does rain. So I hope you guys learned something. Later on we're gonna teach you the rest of it. Now if you start with yellow, just finish all the yellows first and then go to the red, so on and so on. So I'll see you guys soon. Here's an update on how it's looking thus far. Later on, all this extra caulking that is all over the place will get fine-tuned. We're letting everything sit down. Just did the bottom one, did the bottom one all the way. I get to do all the top ones, front and back.
Let's go to the playground.
So it's coming alright. It's coming alright.